Morning. Morning. Oh, it's cold, isn't it? No. What's a blackbird?
Yeah, on the table.
No, that's campaign manager. So, I am in Scotland. I was up here anyway. So, I thought I might as well kill two birds with one stone. And I've come to ask a question in an open meeting. An open meeting where you're allowed to ask questions of MPs. Only the public, the open meeting that's public for people to come into, has a police guard. It has a police guard. Not just a police guard there, but that's two police officers. This is because I simply want to speak to an MP. Two more police officers. This whole entire building is surrounded by police officers to protect an MP from having to answer questions. Insane, look. They've closed. This is a public building. This is a library that's open to everybody, that anyone should be able to walk into. But they've shut the entire building. Simply because their intel tells them that I'm coming to speak to the MP. Yeah, I see the board. And the reason I'm coming to speak to the MP is like most. Okay, yeah, okay. Like most in Parliament, so the MP's there hiding in there, behind that screen. Surrounded, a building surrounded by police. Complete waste of police time and resources. If you're being burgled right now in the city of Glasgow, if you're a victim of crime, which you probably will be in the city of Glasgow, then your police officers are busy. They're busy protecting a liar. This MP, and the reason why this has repercussions, what they say and what they do. For example, let me tell you, which I'll show my son, who's 9, was called last week. In fact, in the last few weeks, he had three young black males who were 12, he's 9, who were threatening to stab him because his dad's a racist. Man, remember that word, racist. Just again this week, my son and I got a message forwarded from my wife where my son says, "Daddy, people called me a Nazi today." Now, I'm not a Nazi, I'm not a racist. So who tells the public I'm a Nazi or I'm a racist? The mainstream media and lying politicians like this. This politician stood in the House of Commons and he said, Tommy Robinson is guilty. These are his words, quote, direct words. This is what he said. And the reason he's hiding now, the reason he's standing there talking to the police, is because he knows I'm not guilty of inciting racial hatred. That's what he told the world on TV. He stood, and I'll quote him directly, "It's a fact that Tommy Robinson is guilty of inciting racial hatred." Well, we have laws in this country, and I'm sure if I was guilty of any of them, I'd have been arrested. I get arrested for things I haven't done. So if I was guilty of inciting racial hatred, I'd have been prosecuted for that. So it's not a fact, Mr. McDonald, that I'm guilty of anything to do with being a racist. He calls me a racist. Right now he's hiding, cowering in there, scared of this. Because he knows there's no evidence for the lies and the accusations. And the reason why it angers me and frustrates me is because not just myself, for years it was myself, but right now, my children. And do I blame the young black males for having a pop or for believing I'm a racist. When they're told it by elected members of parliament. They're told it's a fact. It's a fact I'm guilty. And when you simply want to discuss, ask questions, politely, calmly, with a microphone. Can I just enter the building, lads?
No.
Why not, officer?
It's closed.
It's closed. Why is it closed?
Because the members of the staff are fearful for their safety, so they've asked us to close it for them.
Members of staff are fearful for their safety. Fearful of their safety. It's me, myself, with one microphone, 7 police officers at this building. It's me, myself, one microphone, one camera. There's nothing to be fearful of their safety. I just want to speak and ask him polite questions. And like a coward that he is, because he knows he will be completely exposed for the liar that he is. He has absolutely abused his parliamentary privilege by standing. Parliamentary privilege means that they can say and lie without any repercussion. You can't sue them, you can't prosecute them, you cannot take them to court for the lies they tell. Now, the lie this MP told went far and wide. His words were quoted around the entire world in mainstream media, the BBC, Sky News. All of them run the story that Tommy Robinson is guilty of inciting racial hatred. What a waste of police time and resources. Remember that. Next time you can't get a police officer. They're all here protecting cowards from microphones, from answering questions. That's all I want to do is ask him a couple of questions. Mr. McDonald, I'm sure at some point you're going to watch this video. This problem's not going to go away for you, bro. At some point, this and that are going to be in your face. And the whole country, because you can't, and you know what? And I've actually, imagine, would it be fair for me to make videos and say, Stewart McDonald, Glasgow South MP, he is guilty, and it's a fact that he's a paedophile. Is that fair? No. Because he's not guilty, is he? And there's no evidence to support it. Well, exactly the same goes for the accusations and the lies he told about me in the House of Parliament. We all know they lie. We all know they're cowards. But hiding behind police because he's scared. You heard him? Fearful. Fearful of answering a few bloody questions. He's wasted. Obviously, do you not think your time's been wasted? Is there no crime around it? It's a high crime area. I looked it up to check. It's a very high crime area. Someone will be committing a crime right now whilst you're standing here guarding the door to a library, preventing an MP from answering simple questions in a democratic country where this is an open constituency that is open to the public to come and ask him those questions. That's what this is. You're locking the doors. You're preventing exactly what this is supposed to be this morning. This is supposed to be an opportunity for members of the public to come and speak to the MP. I'm a member of the public, he's the MP. You don't think he's wasting your time? No? You think he's in danger? Do you think he's in danger? Do you think he's in danger? He's in danger of being made to look like an absolute helmet that he is. The lying little coward that he is. So, there they all are, they're still there. Hold up, Francis. Keep on. Now, I wonder how long is he gonna scurry out the fire exit to avoid a couple of simple questions? Oh look, here comes a gentleman going into the library. Let's see if it is closed to everybody. Law enforcement, to serve and to protect. To serve and protect people from answering questions. That's it. Officer, has a crime been committed? No? Officer?
Here now by you, or?
No, yeah.
If there was a crime being committed, I would be dealing with you.
So what are you dealing with then? Is this normal? Is this normal? You look like doormen, you look like bouncers. You're not bouncers, you're police officers. To serve and protect the community, like, I just don't get it. I know you've been told to come here and stand on the door for 10 hours. If I stand here for 10 hours, you're going to waste your whole day standing there. An absolute waste of your time and resources when real crime's being committed. This library is Pollock's Shores Library. That's where we are. Pollock's Shores Library in Glasgow. And I come up here to see a dear friend. So I thought, whilst I'm in the area, I'll have a chat with Mr. McDonald. I've actually got some footage of absolute lies as well, which I can prove they're lies. His campaign manager told him, before I went live, because I wasn't going to go live, I was going to get the whole video done. Before I went live, his campaign manager told the police told me on camera, his campaign manager said I was extremely aggressive. I've got the video of me talking very politely to his campaign manager. And guess who was aggressive? His campaign manager! You know what I mean? Come on, mate, you're on camera. Your lies will be exposed. Here's a lady with her son who would just like to go to the library. Probably can't, because Miss McDonald's hiding in it. My hand's freezing. No one can go in. No one's allowed to go in. They've shut the entire building. Security services are probably on their way. Probably calling for military backup because someone wants to ask an MP a couple of questions. Oh look, the police officers returning the books. Look, they've come to return their books, and the police officers returning the books. The lady and her son are not allowed in. This police officer's duty today, you're paying him to return library books. Unbelievable. Let's get little Mr. Let's just get a little glimpse of him though. And when he comes out from hiding behind his little curtains, I just get a little glimpse. Scared. He's scared. Apparently, scared. Yeah, he's still there. Hello, ladies. He's in there. See, in the purple, behind the Glasgow City Council. That's his little hideout. He's probably under the desk. He's probably hiding under the desk. Scared of the... I know. What are they? They're acting like... I'm a journalist. I've come to ask him a couple of simple questions. Simple questions. He's made his accusations. Surely he can justify them, or not. Zero evidence to what he claims is a fact. Jesus, it's cold. By the way, he's supposed to have already left the library by now. I only went live. He's been in there hiding. I am enjoying... No, you know what? I just think that... if we have members of parliament, they carry quite a stature and people listen to what they say. So when they're on TV They should make sure that everything they say is a fact and they have evidence to back it up. Now, his words were, it's a fact, I am guilty. I am guilty of inciting racial hatred. Now, we know that's not a fact. We know I've never been prosecuted. Do you know what? I've never been arrested for any crime to do with hate speech or racism or religious hatred or anything like that. We obviously have these laws in this country, and in fact, they're overly used. Yeah? But everything I say is factual. I'm not inciting hate at all. In fact, I do the opposite. Especially when it comes to racial hatred, which is what he said. I never talk about race. When you heard me talk about race, I talk about an ideology. So if I was talking about Christianity, would he have stood up and said Tommy Robinson is guilty of inciting racial hatred? No, because Islam is the only religion that has this special protection that the minute you criticise parts of it, scripture of it, teachings of it, you are automatically deemed, attacked, slandered, lied about by members of parliament, by government, by police forces, by newspapers, by media, by everyone, by the entire establishment. Will demonise you and call you a racist and extremist. Now, what effect does that have? I haven't been that bothered about that. But right now, my family or my children are suffering from your lies, which is what they are. Do you think those 3 young black children would be having a go at my son, threatening to stab him, because I criticise Islam as a religion when they're not Muslims? None of them? No. It's because they've been told, and do you know what I did with these 3 boys? I went to their families. And I've had this going on for weeks and weeks now. So I went to each one of their family homes. And I spoke to each one of their mums and dads. There was one of their mothers, a Ugandan woman, lovely lady. All of them, once I spoke to them to say, what is this about? Why would you have this opinion? Why would you threaten my son? Yeah? Why is my son scared? All of it. Because they've been told. Who have you been told by? Well, we read that you're a racist, that you don't like immigrants, that you want black... All of the things they read. All of them. So did I blame them? No, they were not they were, after speaking to them. And I first knocked, I said, Bob, to the first little boy, most of my best friends are blacker than you, son. So this betrayal and this image, which is built up by liars like this, which is why liars like this have to be confronted, questioned, exposed. And I've got a long list of them that I'm going to be attempting to talk to. Question? Oh, come on, man. Library shut, mate. There's an MP hiding under the desk in there.
That's where I'm looking for the MP.
Oh, you're looking for the MP? What are you here to see him for?
No, it's a friend of mine.
Oh, is it?
Personal friend.
Does he usually lie about people, Joe?
No.
Do you think if he said, if he stood up in Parliament as his friend? Yeah?
Wait a minute, is this to do with anything going back to certain individuals sending letters or phone calls?
No, he's been lying more, has he?
No,
He has a history of this, does he?
No, I'm just asking you.
I'll tell you what he done. So he stood up.
No, I take it you're a reporter, yeah.
I'm a reporter, yeah. So I'll tell you what he done. He stood up in Parliament.
Yeah.
Now, say this was about you. Yeah?
Right.
He stood up and he said, it is a fact that this man is guilty. Yeah? And he said the man is guilty of a crime
Right.
that he's never been tried, arrested or convicted of. It's not a fact. The man's not guilty. He's never been charged or arrested on it. But he stood and told the whole world whilst in Parliament.
What one was that?
He said that Tommy Robinson was guilty of inciting racial hatred.
I can't get involved with Tommy Robinson.
Why can't you get involved with Tommy Robinson? Why are you running away? Why are you running away? You're not allowed in, mate. There's nowhere to run. You are. You just legged it up the stairs as soon as you heard the word Tommy Robinson. But if you're Stuart's friend, officer, mate, if you're Stuart's friend, could you just pass Stuart a message from me? I'm Tommy Robinson. Of course you can, mate. Yeah. Tell him. Just can you just tell him, please don't lie about people when you have a responsible position as a member of Parliament. Don't stand and talk utter lies under your parliamentary privilege.
Okay.
Hello, son. Say hello. You're live.
Happening trips.
See you later, mate. Does he usually lie? Is he an honourable man? Honourable man. So do you think, as his friend, if you're obviously messaging him, could you just ask him, saying, all I want to do is chat to him for 5 minutes, peacefully talk to him.
You not get in touch with him via email?
Well, no, because that's why the police are here, bro.
All right.
The police are here because he's
All right.
under the desk in there.
Okay.
Like the coward that he is. An honourable liar. Oh, he's anti-Israel as well, is he? Doesn't like the Jews either. Oh, there's the police. Look, I've got a statement. I've got a statement. He's still in there. Still hiding. Come on, Stuart. I only want to ask him some questions, aren't I? Did you see that geezer legging when I mentioned Tommy Robinson? Did you see him leg it up the stairs? Look, he's on the phone to him. Let's go try and get to him in the conversation. Can I speak to him? Can I speak to him?
No, he's not on the phone just now. It was somebody else I was speaking to.
What do you think, though? If that was you, would you?
I don't make any comment.
I'm not putting you on camera. I'm not putting you on camera. The camera's on me.
Okay.
But if that was you, if you was me, yeah, and someone stood up and just told
I'm
bare...
not sure I'm going to be making the comments I'm making. I mean, I know the whole EDL thing. I know what
No, the EDL thing I left 6 years ago, bro.
I know, but it's sort of...
But what I'm saying is, if someone stood up and lied about you, and just...
Well, you can go through the proper procedures, take it to court.
No, you can't take him to court. Parliamentary privilege. He's
Can you
allowed
say
to...
under parliamentary
Yeah,
privilege?
he's allowed to lie.
Well,
So
then,
if
yeah,
I
say
stood
it
up, what I'm saying is, if I stood up and said Stewart McDonald is a paedophile, and I made a video
Right.
saying that, is that
Yeah.
fair? Is that fair?
If you'd something to back it up, yep.
No, but yeah, that's what I mean. So he's got nothing to back up.
How
That's
do
what I
you
mean.
know what he's got to back
Because
up?
I know he hasn't. Because it's not a fact that I'm guilty of inciting racial hatred. I've never been charged with that. I've never been
I know,
arrested
but
for
I've
it.
seen you in the box as well. I've seen it's not very nice, is it?
What's
That's your
not
opinion.
very nice?
EDL. the whole
I left
concept.
EDL 6 years ago. But what's
was
very
that- was
nice?
that-
Give me an example. What's
Yeah.
very nice? What's not very nice? Protesting?
The way they work in... No, I'm not against protesting.
No,
I'm just saying.
what's not very nice?
It's not some of the things behind that.
Like what?
Eh?
Like what?
Immigration.
What's not nice about immigration?
Eh?
What talking about immigration is not nice.
No, you weren't doing that.
What was I doing?
Well, I would say that what you were doing was inciting for
I'd been-
people to take their own action.
I was inciting how?
Yeah.
By saying what?
By gathering crowds, let's see. I'm not getting... to
No.
be honest with you, I'm not getting into it.
Why not?
Quite
Why are you not
simple.
getting into it? You just said I was...
Because... No,
But
because...
give me an example.
No,
Come on.
no.
Because this is what people do,
No,
like yourself.
No,
give me an example.
no,
You,
I don't, because I'm not standing
so
on the
please tell
back
me.
of
Please tell me. You said...
No, I'm just after saying no.
But why? So talking
No,
about... But why?
because-
What have I said?
I've been playing the game longer than you, and I think that I know how to do it manipulating.
No, you
So,
don't. No, I'm not
well,
manipulating. I'm asking you a question. You said that by talking about immigration, by getting crowds, that means I'm guilty of inciting stuff. How?
No,
What have I
because
said?
what you were saying is
What was I saying?
inciting.
Tell me what I said.
No, I can't give you verbatim.
You can't do that.
No, I can't
Give me
give
one
you
example.
verbatim. I'm not
Why
going
not?
to give you. Because I just...
Because there isn't any?
Because I choose not to.
Because there's not any. Because
No,
you're
there is.
doing exactly
No,
what
there
he does.
is.
So give me, if it's easy, give me an example.
no.
Come on, the big fascist Tommy Robinson. There must be loads of examples of inciting racial hatred. Don't you think if I was inciting hatred, I'd
Right,
been
why
arrested?
do you see what used to be BNP all behind you? I've seen you loads of
BNP hate
times. Why
me.
do you keep getting back? Why do you keep getting back to years ago? Why did you have them? What
Why
was
did
it?
I have
Why did
what?
you have these feelings?
These feelings.
Aye, before.
You like me to tell you?
Yeah.
Okay, so in my hometown, where
Yeah.
there's 35 mosques,
Yeah.
it was the home of Al Mujahideen, who are,
Right.
who are now a prescribed terrorist organisation.
Right.
60% of terrorists in this country in jail were members of that organisation.
Yeah.
Abu Hamza, Omar Bakri,
Yep.
they attacked our soldiers. I'm from that town, so
Yeah.
I've watched all these problems.
Yeah.
So I started talking about it.
So you vote at elections and then that's that, you get things changed.
No, you
No,
vote.
you don't.
Are you
That's
allowed? Are you allowed to talk about
You're
it?
not.
Oh, so you're not allowed to talk about it as a member, a member of public.
There's a difference between talking about it and the way you're going about it. Why do you think?
Give me
just
an
tell me
example.
why do you gather all of this,
Gather all of what?
all of this
All of
media
these lies.
and all the rest of it?
All the lies.
No, all the media stuff.
Well,
Why are you
we've
doing
just
it?
established.
No,
we've
you
just
tell
established
me.
you haven't got one single example. You
I
can't.
never- I
you
never
can't.
said I never
you
had
can't-
one.
Give me one
I
example.
just
of what
told
I
you
said.
that what you're doing, you incite.
How? Give me an example.
Because you get crowds to come round about and you've got the placards and all the rest. And
Yeah,
they do it under
placards
your
that say
name.
what? Placards that
and
say
I
what?
asked you,
Placards that say what? What's the problem?
it's a bit racist. It could be contrived as racist.
Like what?
Yeah.
Give me an example.
No, I'm not giving you an
Do you want me to
example.
tell you what the placard said?
No.
Where the EDL. They said black and white unite. Do you want me to tell you what the placard said?
No.
They said Muslim no problem, extremist Muslim big problem. Do you want me to tell? So give me an example of your placards
No.
that you haven't seen.
No.
That you have no example of.
No, I'm not getting into it with you.
No evidence again.
No.
Why
well,
not? So you're making accusations with no evidence. You're doing exactly.
Aye,
of course you are. Yeah.
There you are. Not without any stigma.
So would it be fair then for me to say that you was a paedophile? Is that fair?
Well, if you said it and did it on camera, well, I'd take you to court, and that's what
Are
you should do.
court?
You should do the same thing.
So is it fair? Would it be fair? Because what you've just done is you've made an accusation against me.
No, I'm saying if you did,
you said hindsight. Hey, you said hindsight. You said hindsight. And then I asked you for an example. Okay, so I'm saying you're a paedophile.
Yeah. Right, you're saying that.
I don't know.
You're saying that.
Well, I don't need. I don't need. You said hindsight. Hey.
No.
Do I need to?
Do I need? You said that to me.
Do I need to
put it on camera?
Do I need to give you an example?
Do you want to put it in?
I'm asking you.
I'll think. No, do you want to say it?
What will you do?
You're just going. I'll take you to court.
You'll take me to court.
Right, you say.
So shall I take you to court for the lies you're saying about me?
I've not said a lie about you.
Yeah, you are. You've said with no evidence. You've said I'm.
You take me to court then.
What's that?
You take me to court.
I'm proving a point. I don't want to take you to court. I'm proving a point.
You couldn't.
I'm proving a point that you're here
anything.
with zero evidence making
You're not
accusations.
proving. Look,
You said that you're here to speak to the man who's hiding under the desk, who, like yourself, has no evidence for the accusation.
Well,
You
there
said
you
the
are.
banners, the
Why does that annoy you?
placards. The placards were racist.
Why is it annoying you if there's no truth in it?
I'll tell you why it's annoying me, because it's not fair. Just like me saying you're a paedophile would not be fair. It's not fair.
No, that would be totally illegal.
Yeah, it would not be fair. It'd be wrong. I wouldn't do this.
And if people were going to be banners saying he's a paedophile, then there would be something behind it.
But what I'm asking you is the banners. You said the banners were racist. What banners? Tell me what banners.
No.
Sharia law oppresses women. Is that racist? Is that racist?
You can do it you
So
want.
you're
because-
making
No,
up-
you're just trying to make a wee bit of sound piece for it. Doesn't work.
Tell me what the banners
I've
were
played
that
this
you
game
think.
before you were born, right?
No, you've lied. You're
And the
one of
bottom
the
line,
people.
and the
You're the one of the
bottom
people.
line is...
You're the one of the people.
No,
You don't know why you think I'm a
No,
racist.
because I'm not getting into it.
So why am
no,
I
I
racist?
do.
Why am I racist?
Because I'm not getting into it.
Why am I
Because
racist?
That's my choice to believe it.
Why am I racist?
I'm believing it.
Based on what?
On what I can see and what I can hear. And I'm not going to discuss it with you. I'm not discussing it with you. There you are.
There you are. You're a racist because I don't know why. Just
I don't know why.
Go on, why?
I
Why?
do, but I'm not discussing it with you.
You, mate. This is what it's about.
No, that's why everybody, that's why there's police there, isn't it?
That's why there's police there because you're scared. Look.
There's no police at my door.
What's that? Come on, man. Come on. You're racist, why? But the things you said on your placards, like what? Like Black and White Unite? Like on our first demonstration, we stand with the Nigerian victims of jihad. Very strange move for a racist, wasn't it? Hello, mate. I'm alright, you?
Oh, I see your face at love. That's hello, mate.
How you doing? Thanks.
I'm glad, happy with what you're doing, mate. You know
Cheers,
what
bro. It's funny that not one person said a negative word that I've met so far. How you doing?
Very pleased to meet you.
Thank you, man.
Brilliant.
Thank you. Cheers.
Lovely, good work.
Oh. These are his constituents. So what about that gentleman? You're a racist, but I'm not prepared to explain or talk or give an example. Oh, bro. You stole your car. Yeah, but I'm not prepared to tell you why you're racist, and it would be unfair for me to make accusations against him with lies, but it's okay for him and his MP friend to do it about me.
Okay, I see it. Okay.
Officer, do you think this is a waste of time? Can I ask? Do you think? What are you here doing? Serving and protecting? Just. How much longer will he hide in here? Oh, it's freezing it, man. No security, Lee. I can't tell you, bro. Is this Instagram live? Are we on Instagram live? I'm alright, bro. You? What's happening? Say hello.
Hello.
You're live, bro.
How are we?
I'm good, man. You've got shorts on, bro.
I'm going shorts on.
Come on.
I'm going gym.
You go gym?
I'm going gym.
It's
mate.
free. What's happening is there's an MP in here,
Yeah.
There's exactly your story. There's an MP in here who's hiding under a desk over there.
Okay.
He stood up in Parliament and he said that Tommy Robinson is guilty of inciting racial hatred.
Yeah.
Now, I've never been charged or convicted of any of those crimes. In fact, I never talk about race, so I talk about religion. So I'm just here to ask him some questions.
That's fine, man. You do you, man. All right, man.
Yeah, fair play,
Good to see you,
man.
man.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you,
Cheers, man. Thank you. See you there. It is, I'm freezing out. You see my hand, it's freezing, isn't it? Oh, very strange again for a young black male to shake my hand and be so pleasant when I'm such a racist. According to McDonald, I'm guilty. According to Mr. McDonald. In fact, his constituents seem quite like they like me. Which, oh, there and there. And they all are, look, similar. Hello. Most hated man in Britain. Yes. You know what's funny is I gauge the public the reception I receive publicly nationally by how much support there is out there for our views, and it's huge everywhere I ever go. Oh, it's freezing. He's probably inside watching. So Mr. McDonald, if you are watching this, come out from underneath your desk. It's okay. You have nothing to be afraid of. You have 7 police officers here. Come out and have a quick chat. Stop wasting the police's time. It's actually your job, and your job is to speak to members of the public. I'm a member of the public. I'm here to have a discussion with you, and no matter what you do, you cannot hide forever. So you can hide under your desk now, you can ring the police now, but you have to have these meetings every week. I know where you are tomorrow. I know where you're going to be tomorrow morning. Will you hide tomorrow morning?
The library's closed just now, sir.
Why?
Well, because there's an incident ongoing at the moment.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What's the incident?
There is no incident, but I'm a member of the press, and I want to question the MP. So I don't know why they wouldn't let you into the library.
I've got a booking on the computer at 12 o'clock.
Okay, well, you're going to have to wait, sir.
Why? What's it?
On whose orders and what's the offence or what's been happening? Sorry, I'm the ex-council for this ward. I'm on the delivery group for the transformation. I'm on the GHA consultative committee. You know.
Can he just use the library? He's not with me.
The library's closed to the public at the moment.
But why?
Okay.
Why is it close to him?
It's just closed to the
Well, tell your MP. Go tell the MP that this is disgraceful what he's doing here. All I want to do is ask him a couple of questions. I'll stand out here. I'll stand away from this man.
Who's in today?
Stewart McDonald.
Oh, right. He's the Westminster guy.
Yeah, the Westminster guy. He's hiding he's under there. There's a desk in there. He's hiding right under it.
Oh, here's another ex-member of the Community Council, Jim. Come here.
Oh, I just spoke to Jim. Is he an expert? What's his job then?
So,
He used to be technical director at the Borough
information.
Hall.
Oh, so
And he was a community councillor, and before that, he was an agent for council elections here.
oh, Jim, who we just spoke to, you know, the bloke who ran off. He was he was part of the council.
Sorry?
I suggest you don't give anyone else's information away.
Why not? That's not a crime. Hold on. What are you getting involved in that
We're
for?
old friends for 20 years.
He knows Jim for 20 years. Why are you telling him not to give information about Jim to me?
Would Jim want
Is-
you to give information away?
Is this a crime? Is
Just
it?
waved at me. He knows I'm
Is
here.
this
He
your
knows
job?
He's just talked to him. Jim knows I'm talking to him.
Is this your job?
Honestly.
The police
I think you're overreacting. You've got some criminals to catch instead of all this PC nonsense. Seriously. My son's on the job. He's a Sussex Constabulary detective, right?
And he's not protecting libraries
is
from
a
journalists.
barrister. My brother-in-law is a solicitor. You know, I'm my dad was an ex-traffic cop in Glasgow way before there was even Strathclyde police. He used to run around at Wolseley doing all sorts of.
So let's just confirm. Can he please use the library? Unbelievable. You know that's wrong. You know what you're doing is wrong. He's travelled down here. He's walked here to use the library, and you're preventing him for what? What do you think of that? Because there's an MP that's hiding.
I want to hear from a member of the library staff why I can't come in, because they're going to cancel my booking at 12 o'clock, or they'll give me 5 minutes grace. But I've got a booking on a computer at 12 o'clock. That's the Dr.
Officer,
Deans
I'm
my
very
name.
surprised here. Officer, why would you tell him? What position in your job to protect and serve the community was it to tell this gentleman to not speak to me? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. What?
Tell him not to give away anyone else's personal information.
Like what? He didn't give me his address. He wasn't telling me.
Jim!
I've just spoke to Jim for 20 minutes. We established that he wasn't. We've just spoke to Jim. I don't understand how that's your job role.
Well,
I think you're interfering.
we're both friends with the lady who'll be in for Stewart. Her name is June Bell. She's the ex-principal officer of the Chief's Exec Department of the Glasgow City Council, and I'm the ex-convener of scrutiny of Glasgow City Council. So, we know each other very well. I can't imagine that Stewart has called the police because somebody wants to interview him.
No, he has. So he's hiding under a desk because there's a journalist who wants to ask him questions about things he said. It's unbelievable. I struggle to believe this is happening as well. Police protection. Look.
Who are you with?
Who am I with? I'm with TR News.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, TR News. So coming to you soon, TR TV. Yeah, of course you can, buddy. How you doing?
Bad, yeah.
You alright, mate? Yeah.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Bye. Cheers.
No worries.
Mr. Robinson, have you informed this gentleman you're streaming his conversation live on him?
He knows I'm
The fact
live.
that his friend didn't want to speak to you.
Do you understand the law as a police officer? The law is that I'm free to video anything I want in the public. We're in the public. I can video this, which I am. So
You're
I
not
don't.
causing a breach of the peace.
I'm
You're
not
not
cau-
blocking the pavement.
I'm not blocking the pavement. I'm not causing a breach of the peace. So
By the way, I'm a Leaver. I spoke at meetings all over Glasgow
okay.
on the Leave campaign, but I'm a socialist wanting to leave because I think there's dreadful things happening, and that bunch of bureaucrats, unelected bureaucrats, particularly this guy Martin Selmer, who's now the chief executive of the commission, appointed.
I think it's good to hear someone, because you're a socialist who wanted to leave, because everyone says that Leave voters were all extreme right wing.
Oh, it's a nonsense. It really is. I'm not a xenophobe. I've got mixed races. My family, Qatar, my grandfather was born in Buenos Aires in the Argentine. I'm not against foreigners. As such, I'm not a racist or a xenophobe. I do believe we need control of our own money. And
Who would you vote? Who did you vote for? Labour?
I voted Labour.
Labour.
I'm a member of the Labour Party.
Yeah.
And I was running around doing meetings with people like Jim Sillars from the SNP, who was also a Leaver, and there were some people from the Green Party
How
who
do
called
they feel?
themselves Green Leaves.
How do you feel about being labelled then as far right?
It's nonsense.
As
Absolute
racist.
nonsense. There's some very good socialist arguments for being out of the EU.
Which is why Jeremy Corbyn, I believe, he's
He
a
never was.
Brexit.
And listen,
He doesn't like the.
John McDonald was never, ever, ever going to be allowed to put in an anti-austerity budget. Look what they're doing to Italy. Italy's got two parties in government now, the Northern Party and I can't remember.
La Liga. La Liga and the Five Star Movement.
And so they wanted to bring in anti-austerity and improve pensions and things like that.
The European
Brussels
Union.
has told them, no, you can't do that. Yeah, it's breaching the
European Union.
agreements and so on. Greece has been bankrupted.
I know they're destroying
And-
Greece. They're destroying Greece.
And the German banks have made billions out of Greece.
Well, do you know, it's refreshing to speak to a socialist who is on the left, who
That's all right.
is
I
also
know-
very clear
I
about
know who
his...
you are.
You
Why
know
don't you use your full double-barrel name?
do you want to know why I've got a double barrel name?
Why?
So I was born as Stephen Yaxley, and then
Yeah.
I was adopted.
Yeah.
So my adopted father was
Yeah.
Lennon. So I put the two names together.
Right. That's how it
But then
comes about.
because I haven't seen my father with the name Yaxley, and he's not my father. My dad's surname's Lennon. That's the way I see it.
Right.
Then DNA doesn't make you a dad. I call myself Lennon now. That's the story. That's all there is to it. And obviously I used the name Tommy Robinson. But no, it was refreshing speaking to you. But I hope if you speak to
You're a
McDonald.
bit far north than usual.
I know, mate. I got lost looking for Stewart, who's under a desk in there. Can you believe it?
Well, I can actually, yeah. You have to. That's not a good place to park as buses come round the corner there.
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations for standing up to these standards.
Liars.
I know.
He's your MP. I know.
Yeah.
I've not met one person yet who has, other than this fellow over here who didn't have much to say. Well, God, it's cold, isn't it?
You're just going to hang around.
I'm just going to hang around till he comes out from underneath his desk. The battery's running low. Hiya.
Absolutely fantastic game.
Hi.
An
How are
amazing
you?
game.
Stuart, these are your constituents. How you doing?
I'm nice because I live in East Kilbride.
Okay.
I drove down from East Kilbride to see you.
Did you?
What a great guy.
Oh, thank you.
So brave.
Well, thank you very
fantastic.
much.
Absolutely. So proud of you that you're standing up for something you believe
Thank
in.
you.
Fantastic guy.
Thank you, Don.
Absolutely amazing.
That's good.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much. Man.
Absolutely. What
It's
a-
great, you know, for me when I get receptions like that, I know that everything people like Stewart McDonald who stand up in Parliament and try to lie to the country, no one's buying it, Poe. You can surely, Stuart, watch this back. Watch the people who have come up to me in the street so far. The black people, the old people, the young people.
You get a quote.
None of them are buying your lies. None of them.
Fantastic.
Thank you, babe.
So amazing.
Thank you. All right. None of them, other than this police officer here, he is. He's bought it. How you doing?
I've been dying to meet you, mate.
How you doing, man?
My name's Rossano.
Nice to meet you.
I'm actually from
Where are you from?
I'm living in the road there, but my girlfriend stays not far from you.
How is he?
She's in Stockfold.
Oh yeah, just up the road, man. That's
Yeah.
nice. That's right. It's lovely.
And we're
actually.
part of,
Did you go down there?
We're the members of the Liga.
Oh, what, La Liga?
Italy, yeah.
In Italy, go on,
Yeah.
Salvini.
I know.
He's the boss of Europe. The current
mate,
boss
the
of Europe.
That's it.
The leading
That's
figures,
it,
the
boss.
future leaders of Europe.
That's
Salvini. Get rid of
Just
Merkel.
got me out of my bed.
You got out of bed.
My ex-wife phoned me. She says, Tommy's down to the library. I went, where? So I saw you now, you got showered. I just jumped and came down to see you, mate.
Thanks for coming down, mate.
Yeah.
Cheers.
So, and I'd love a photo with you.
Of course, bro. Of course.
Brilliant, mate. So how's things?
Yeah, they're right, mate. I'm just trying to chat to McDonald, who's
What's happening there?
hiding under a desk. Thanks.
Brilliant, mate.
Cheers, man.
Brilliant. So
Thanks a lot.
what's happening there?
Oh, so this MP. Cheers. Nah, thanks. See you later. This MP stood in Parliament and just lied. He said it's a fact that I was guilty of a
MP
crime.
from here?
Yeah, that Stewart McDonald,
Right.
MP, and I'm simply here to just. Oh, he's getting ready to go. He's getting ready to go. Is he going this way? He's going to come out the front door. He's probably been in there with his advisors planning what he can say. Oh God. There's the police. The police are here protecting and serving Mr. McDonald. You can get out. Are you still waiting to get in?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Mr. McDonald, you're upsetting your constituents, and as you can see, lots of them like me. How gutted must that be for you, McDonald? Unless, of course, your whole constituency is full of extreme racist bigots. No? There's a headline, the headline of today's newspaper. MP hides under desk as journalist attempts to question him. Officer, if he just gives me 2 minutes, I'll leave. I'll happily leave.
Please don't follow me.
Am I allowed to?
No.
Am I not?
So if you follow me and film the conversation I'm about to have with my colleague,
Yep.
then I'll consider you obstructing me.
Obstructing you?
Yes.
If I film you, you'll consider I'm obstructing.
You
Okay,
can
officer,
film
that's
me. No, I don't have a problem with you filming me, but I'm not having you film the conversation
Okay,
I'm about
officer.
to have with my
That's
colleague.
fine.
Okay, if you
That's
don't
fine.
mind.
Yeah, no
You can
problem.
stand forward.
No problem. I'm actually allowed to film him. I won't because I can't be bothered to spend any more time in prison. So any excuse. Oh, here comes the officers. Look, they're all getting out now. Here come. I think they're going to bring him out with a big blanket over his head. Oh, are you the boss? Oh yeah, you've got 2 strikes. Officer, can you just tell him that if he comes outside for 5 minutes, I'll leave. It's a complete waste of police resources. There's people standing over here waiting to use the library. There's young children that have been turned away. And there's a coward under his desk. And there's 7,400 people watching this live. Give it a share. What's that? Do you want some heat? No, I'm good, thank you very much. Do you want some heat? Oh, Come on, Mr. McDonald. He hasn't gone out another exit. What a coward. But he's in there. The police have gone back in, mob-handed. I reckon they're getting him ready to leave. He knows I'm not here to commit a crime. He knows that. There's multiple police officers. Too many. So there's no danger to him. He knows that. But still he hides. The only danger is you guys, the members of the public that he's been busy lying to, will witness and he'll be exposed for the liar with zero evidence that he is. His friend from the council's already been exposed as having not any evidence or no reason, but just you're a racist because you made placards. I don't know what they said. I can't believe he's hiding in there for hours. I can't believe it. He's got a police guard. Look, there's a police guard. This all comes from even in the most recent weeks where MPs aren't allowed to. You're not allowed to question an MP. You're not allowed to talk to an MP. Is an MP not allowed to be interviewed at his public, open meeting that he invites? Because I read it. Come down and chat to me. Well, that's all I've tried to do, Mr. McDonald. He'll probably come out in a burqa. And do you know what? May I just say what absolutely welcoming community you have, Mr. McDonald. A wonderful community. Oh, here's his campaign manager. Excuse me, can I ask why you lied earlier? Because I've got what the police officer said you said. The police officer said you said that I was very aggressive. Now you was aggressive. I've got it on camera. Can I ask why you lied? Why did you lie? Why did you lie? Is that part of your campaign pledges as well, is it? Mr. McDonald coming out? That's the man who lied to the police. That's the man who rang the police. He told the police, because I've got the police officer on camera telling me, he told the police that I was very aggressive. I was very polite. He was aggressive. So Mr. McDonald's a liar. His campaign pal. They're just getting him out. They're taking him out underground, I think.
I thought that was him.
No.
Who was that?
That's his buddy.
And June's his assistant.
His assistant, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was him earlier as well.
Yeah. But it looks like he's got a beard.
I know, that's it. Beard and glasses. Beard and glasses, and he lies. Ticks all the boxes. It's definitely similar to him. My battery's about to die. I'm sorry, guys. Ain't got a mobile charger in the car, have you? Can you grab me one?
It's only charge from here, though, is it?
No, one of those hand things.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Of course you can, yeah. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, sound like you. Thanks. Cheers, bro. Oh, mate. So. Usually work as bouncers, do you, lads? If I was you, I'd be angry that this is what you're being asked to do. When we all know there's actual criminals out there committing crime right now in this city. And you're guarding the steps to a library, preventing ordinary members of the public entering, told some children to go away. Hey! He's coming. Come on, Mr. McDonald. He's been in there probably... Oh, God, it's cold. Radio's going at the operation. This is the police operations ready. We're all getting ready for the finale. I bet my battery dies right at the finale, but don't worry because we're recording. You're going to miss it. My battery's fucking on 4%. Look, this crowd's gathering. People want to hear what Mr. McDonald's got to say. We ready? Officers, we ready?
step away from the door, please, sir.
From the door, yeah. Where is it? I'm allowed to stand and not allowed to stand.
Just go back where you were. It's probably preferable.
Am I allowed to stand here?
Well, like I said, it'd be preferable if you went back.
I know. It would be preferable. Mr. McDonald come out here an hour ago, so my hand wasn't as cold as it is, so that you could have gone and arrested some burglars, and so that this gentleman could have put his books in. That would have been preferable. But unfortunately, the MP's been hiding under the desk. So am I allowed to stand here?
As long as you don't block anybody's way.
Okay, cool. Right, it's coming out. More police are arriving as we speak. The headlines, the media headlines. Far right, attack on MP. Library in fear, residents scared. Complete opposite to what you're watching, yeah? But you watch for the headlines today. Lizzie Dearden from The Independent will definitely run a story on this, and it'll be all about how the far right extremists come to Scotland to terrorise the law-abiding MP. And how I prevented. It's my fault that people couldn't bring their books back. It's my fault. Oh, he's coming. Oh, he's coming. Here we go. Mr. McDonald, can I just ask you a few questions, please? Can I just ask you a few questions? You said in the court, you said in the House of Commons, you stood and you said it was a fact. Excuse me, can you just answer a couple of questions? You said it was a fact. Excuse me, can you just answer a couple of questions? What is this? What is this about? Why won't you just answer two simple questions? You lied about me in public. You, sir, are a loathsome, obnoxious, repellent individual. In the words of Burko. Mr. McDonald, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the coward MP. Do you know what? Yeah, I think you can go in the library now, bro. Look at the door. How you doing, buddy? I'm good, mate. You?
Not bad.
Hello. Gorgeous. Thank you. Yeah, of course. Come out, mate. So. Oh, God. Cheers, bro. Look how small I am.
Nice one, man. No surrender, mate.
Thank you. No surrender. Right. We've got another. We're on our way next to find the BBC. Are we off? See you later. Thanks. No, thanks for coming down. Staying late.
No, honestly, I really appreciate. Can I get a picture?
Yeah, of course you can, mate.
I'm from Barking myself, mate. Seen that on a field.
We're barking.
Bowling Barking,
Oh, mate.
Yeah, I live in there.
Cheers,
man.
Thanks a lot. Cheers. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, mate. No, thanks a lot for coming. Cheers. Thanks for coming, babe. Thanks for turning up. Thank you very much.
I'm from Sheffield Cliffs as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I've been up in there 13 years.
There we are. Well, everyone seems so. Hiya.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Oh, I'm
Thank you.
dying to meet you.
There we are, thanks.
And how's your family and how's
they're
your
good.
boy?
Yeah, they're all right,
It's
thanks.
terrible.
Well, there's people like this that are responsible. Liars like this. I said, if anyone throws me an accusation, say if there's evidence to it, if I've done it and said it, I don't mind. But when you're lying to the entire country,
The whole place is corrupt.
the whole place is corrupt, and everyone's witnessing this now with Brexit. The whole country's primed and ready for a political revolution for the people.
We
Thank
need
you.
people like you.
Thank
We
you,
need more people like you.
Ah, thank you very
Love
much.
you, Tom.
Thank you.
Can I get my picture?
Of course you can, yeah.
Right.
One of Nigel Farage's tattooed to the head. Racist extremists.
We off to there, Tommy?
What's that? We're off to. There's a court case going on right now where the BBC gave the name of a grooming victim, which is a far worse contempt of court or breach of restriction than anything I done. So we're going to go see what happens down there.
That in Glasgow.
Hey, yeah, of course.
You doing all right?
How are you, buddy? You all right?
Good, mate, good. There's my man.
Cheers,
Some
man. Thank you.
Cheers, bro.
See you later. Cheers. See you later. Right.
Is it down here or down at
The
London?
court case. No, the court case is in Sheffield.
Sheffield.
I used to
that's
came
it,
to a
Way
house
off,
for
yeah.
a cup of tea just
I
now.
would have done Sheffield, and then we're going to Telford.
Makes you thoughtful there.
I'll see you in Stoke.
Dixon.
Do you know, have you been to there's a gym there called Bannatyne's?
That's
It's
right,
the
yeah.
best.
Yeah,
With the underground cave swimming pool.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
How
What?
good is it? It's beautiful.
If I drop in there, I'll see you there.
You will do.
All right, mate.
Yeah, see you later.
Pleasure.
See you
Take care,
later.
mate.
Nice.
See you.
Thank you.
care.
See you later.
Bye.
See you later. See you later, darling. Will do. Thank you, hon. See ya. What a beautiful place this, an area, community this has been, hey? Very welcoming, very pleasant. And the MP got exposed, wasn't willing to talk at all, jumped in a police car with his tail between his legs. Anyway, thanks for joining me on that live stream. Share it everywhere, and I'll be seeing you soon.